Okay, and in part 1 of the tutorial, you learned how to import video, how to cut it down, that kind of thing, and then put all your images and videos into bins or folders. There are different ways of actually bringing across your media. You go to Media Browser, then you can choose from there. So if I go down to NowSkills, so say for example I wanted to put in the new NowSkills logo. Right, so if I scroll down, you can see all the files. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that one just for quickness. So if I put that there, you'll see that I've actually put it on a second sequence. So you've got your first video there, second video, although it's an image. So any form of media will go into the video, any form of sound will go into the audio. So there you've got A for audio, V for video. You can lock sequences, so there I can't move that video. If I unlock, I can drag it. Right, you'll see there at the top, I'm just going to drag this out a bit, that image is far too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll out. So I'll change that to 50%. Right, here on the left hand side you've got your effects. If you've not got your effects, what do you do? Click at the top where your sources are, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that right to the end, and if I click on scale, you'll see here you've got a keyframe, and I'm going to change that. So if I just click, you can see there I can scale in, scale out, change the size. If I go along to the end, then what I can do is I can set another keyframe here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, so if I scroll back now and play it, there we have an effect. Okay, any of your elements or components that I've got effects on, you'll see there it says FX on it. If you wanted to get rid of that, all you need to do here, reset, or you can click on the keyframes and just simply delete the keyframes. If you wanted to, you could do it the other way around. So if I set a keyframe, make sure I'm on the timeline, I'm right at the beginning of the artboard, and I click a keyframe, and I take it down to 0, and then if I take it along about halfway, you see there, where are we? About 4 seconds 30, so if I take it to 2:15, oh, thereabouts, there you go. Oh. Right, and I add the keyframe, and change it to fit on the screen. Okay, so if I again go back, okay, so that's how you would use your scale and effect for an image. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that, and I will show you how to do the opacity. So basically fade in, fade out. Right, down here you've got opacity. At the minute it's on 100%. If I take it down to 0, there's nothing there. So what I can do is I can set a keyframe, take it down to 0, and I'll take it along to about 2. Set another keyframe and take it up to 100. I'll need to scale that as well. Okay, so we go back and it fades in. If it fades in too quick, what you can do is you can click on your keyframe and you can move it along Let's play again. Right, and it actually takes longer to fade into 100%. Move it along again so you can see. By the time it gets to the keyframe here, it will be at 100%. Then I showed you on your media browser how you can drag other elements in. Another way of doing it is actually going to your Windows Explorer, or if you're on a Mac, Finder. What you can do is you can click, and all you need to do is just click and drag, and it will put your element on there as well. There you'll see at the background you've got a video and you've got the NowSkills logos. That's because they're overlapping. If I move that along, and you can see there it snaps into place. Okay, so when I go to there, it will appear. If you don't want it, what you do, click on it, press delete on your keyboard, and it's gone. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some more images in. Here you can see all the images of the different prestige cars in the showroom of the company where Anissa works. So if I put in, let's see, I'll go along to there. Right, so there you got your Lamborghini. It's too big, so I will go to effects. Let's close that. So click on the graphic there, and what I want to do is scale it down. Okay, so take it to there. Right, in the position, right, you see there, that's left and right. Undo that, and what I want to do is actually move it down, make it bigger, move it down a bit further, make it bigger, just so I've got the car in and not the car behind, so you can mostly see this one. We move it to there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some text on. With the new version of Adobe Premiere Pro 2017, the menu at the top has changed slightly. It used to say title, now it says graphics. Let me get rid of that so it doesn't confuse you. So, in order to get text on to your timeline now, if you go to Window and you go down to Essential Graphics, it will give you the window there. If you scroll down, you've got News Package. Hang on, let me slow down a bit. Right, so see there, you've got your basic lower third. So there it's showing you where the text will appear. Basic title, captions, subtitles, credits, graphic overlays, lower third, slates, and so on, titles. So if you double click on titles, you're going to put a title at the beginning, then that's where it'd go. Click on drop down, go back to the main menu. You've got your news package. Okay, so you can use the templates there. Go back to the main menu again. And there you've got your sports ones. Okay, and so on. So you can sit and browse through them till your heart's content. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a basic title in. So you've got your captions, you've got your subtitles. And all I'm going to do is just choose any one of these. So I will go with, I've done that wrong, where am I going? Right, so I need to actually drag it onto the timeline. Right, and what it will ask you to do is it might ask you to sync the font. This is a font I don't have installed. So if I click the tick box, sync the fonts, and it's telling me it may take some time. So it's actually now syncing the font, and there we go at the top. Right, it's added it. Right, if there's any fonts that you need or you want or you like, if you click on your Creative Cloud, go to Assets, and if you go to Fonts, then what you can do is you can sync your fonts from Typeset. It'll take you to a website. Okay, so you've got your Adobe type kit, and there you've got plenty of fonts that you can choose from that you can sync. So say for example I wanted the relation one, so if I click on relation, right there gives you examples. So there's your regular, there's your bold. Okay, so you've got your examples there, and depending on which one you want, you can sync. There's your details there, availability. Right, so it gives you all the information that you need there. What you can actually do is that enter your own text. So you can enter your own text. Hello world. That's a default. And you can see what your text looks like. If you wanted to sync all, click on sync all. Right, and what it's doing now is it's actually syncing the 4 fonts. So there you can see the 4 fonts were added. So regardless of which Adobe Adobe application I'll use now, whether it be Premiere Pro, Illustrator, After Effects, that font will now be available to me. So come out of that, go back to Premiere. Okay, there you can see the caption's been added. Right, if you're looking to amend it, just click inside the box. I'll put in there Lamborghini. I don't know, Lamborghini for sale. Click on the pointer, and then what I can do then is, let me move that out of the way, I'll dock that in a minute, is I can move it. Click there. Bring that down a minute, and I'll fix that in a minute. Go down a quarter. Let me zoom out. Click. What I can do is reduce the size of the text box. Let's change that to fit. So there I've got the text. If I wanted to edit it, then at the bottom you've got your text. We'll click 3 times. By clicking 3 times, what that does is it highlights the whole sentence. And I missed the E out for some reason. And there you can see, if you click on the text tool, hold it down, it gives you 2 options. So you've got your type tool, which is how it is now, and you've got the vertical. So if you wanted to type vertically, then you can do. And then I've got contrasting colours, black background, white text. If I wanted to change the font colour, then here on your left hand side in your effect controls, if you scroll down, you can change your colour. Right, say I wanted that yellow there. If you click on the dropper there and take it onto the car, it will change the colour to the same colour as the Lamborghini. Or you can just click and choose your colour. Click OK. Then you've got your stroke, which is, in fact it'll be easier to show you. I'll change it to, let's see, red. Change it to red. All that does is, if you increase the size of the stroke, you'll be able to see what it does. You just click in there. Right, now you can see the text has been outlined with the stroke. So it's basically an outline. You can reduce the size of it. What you can do to change the size of it is you can manually type in 4. But or you can scroll, click with your mouse, and whilst click down, just drag. Or another way of doing it, if you click inside and use your arrows up and down. So there's my up arrow. There's me pressing the down arrow. Let you adjust the stroke. You can do that with anything. Anywhere where there's a value, you can change it using your up and your down arrows. And again, click and drag. At the bottom here, what you can do is you've got your rotation. So say for example I move that there, and I move it along a bit on the timeline. So the rotation, set a keyframe there, that's where I want it now, and by the time it gets to the end of the clip I want it to rotate to there. Looks awful, I know, but I'm just showing you how the tool is used. So I play it now, there you go, you can see it moving. Okay, you can do that with anything. Videos, graphics, text. Obviously you can't do it with sound. And that's how you put your text in. Okay, just to show you with the graphic of the Lamborghini. You can rotate it. You click and you just rotate it. Same thing. Reset it. You only go back to the original. Here you've got the blend. You can lighten the graphic. I tend not to mess about with these ones, to be honest, unless I'm doing some proper graphics, and I wouldn't do it in Premiere Pro. I'd use Illustrator.